How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to CyberDemon Gaming. My name is Matt, and we are once again playing MTG Arena. Because I am a nerd. And today I have a best of 3 deck for you guys that has been sweeping meta by storm. It is actually a top tier deck. Very few things have been able to beat it when all the working parts are together. But you could say that about any deck. No, this one in particular, most of the time when you swing once, people scoop. Now that's hard to believe until you see what this deck actually does. Now, this is a combo deck, I would say. And it's a deck that runs a creature that not many people like. And I'll explain why when we get to it. So, I have stuff to go over, I have cards to go through, we have things to break, and a sideboard to show. So let's go ahead and get into what I have dubbed Winota Jeskai. First off, we run four Charming Princes. If you remember my Agent Blink deck, my Blink Agent deck, the Azorius deck from a while ago, Charming Prince has a lot of working parts to it for a 2-drop. It's a 2-drop, 1 white, 1 colorless, 2/2 bear that has things when it enters the battlefield. You're going to notice that a lot with this. Scry 2, or gain 3 life, or exile another target creature you own, return it to the battlefield under your control at the beginning of the next end step. Knowing that we're running Charming Prince and knowing that third ability at the very bottom of the card, you know exactly what we're running in this deck. He costs 7. I'm not even gonna gild the lily on this one. We run 4 Agents of Treachery with this, and there's a reason why. We can get this bad boy out on turn 4, turn 5, maybe. So Agent of Treachery, we're just gonna go over it real quick. Cost 7, 2 blue, 5 colorless, he's a 2/3. When he enters the battlefield, gain control of target permanent. At the beginning of your end step, if you control 3 or more permanents you don't own, draw 3 cards. He can come out on turn 4. I want you to listen to that and understand how busted this deck really is. This deck alone got me to Mythic within a couple days. Okay? So understand, there are decks out there that will destroy this deck. But if you get everything going on, and if you get your curve, which you'll see while I'm describing this, in the first 4 turns, you win every single time, hands down. And I mean that. So, this deck has some working parts that need to go through. It works really, really well, and it will help you climb that ladder, get out of the slog that is gold and platinum, into diamond, and into mythic. Alright? So keep that in mind. 4 Agents of Treachery. And then we have, well, this is a card that doesn't see much play. At least that I have seen. There haven't been many good token decks. This isn't necessarily a token deck, but it has tokens in it. Raise the Alarm. 1 white, 1 colorless, very simple instant. Creates 2 1/1 white soldier creature tokens. That keyword is important. Okay? Soldier tokens. It creates soldiers. Not humans. Soldiers. We run 4 of those. Then we have 4 Bonecrusher Giants. They're very versatile. You can deal 2 damage or drop a 4/3 Giant. So, this is an adventure. The creature itself costs 3, 1 red, 2 colorless, and it does a 4/3. Whenever Bonecrusher Giant becomes the target of a spell, Bonecrusher Giant deals 2 damage to that spell's controller. We have seen that be a detriment to opponents in videos previous. Then, its instant, its adventure is 1 red, 1 colorless, Stomp. It is basically a shock. It deals 2 damage to any... damage can't be prevented this turn, and Stomp deals 2 damage to any target. Now, there are not many things that deal with damage prevention, but Polychronos, that happens. And then there's another thing in Ikoria where if it gets dealt damage, it gets counters instead. So, basically, Polychronos, you play this when Polychronos is trying to do its, I don't know, I actually never seen it happen with Polychronos, so I don't know how the interaction would go. I think it just loses counters? I don't know exactly, because it prevents damage. You remove the counters to prevent the damage, so I honestly have, I guess it would work in favor of Polychronos, because you don't remove the counters to prevent damage? I don't know. That may be something to explore in a later video. Okay, red, green, black. Who knows? We may, I don't know. I haven't seen it happen. I don't think it's that big of a deal. We'll see. But we run 4 of him. 4 Legion Warboss. Like I said, this is not a token deck, but it has tokens in it. Legion Warboss is a 3-drop, 1 red, 2 colorless, Goblin Soldier. I'm going to keep pointing that out for a reason. Goblin Soldier. Has Mentor. What is Mentor? Whenever this creature attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on target attacking creature with lesser power. Now, it doesn't seem like a lot, right? He's just a 2/2. At the beginning of combat, on your turn, create a 1/1 red Goblin creature token. That token gains haste until end of turn and has to attack this combat if able. You see how that works. He creates a 1/1. Legion Warboss then attacks next turn. He becomes a 2/2, plus putting another 1/1 out there. Just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Legion Warboss can win a game on its own if it cannot be dealt with. Think of it this way. On turn 3, you're getting dealt 1 damage. On turn 4, you're getting dealt 5 damage. On turn 5, you're getting dealt 7 damage. That's a lot going up, okay? So we run 4 of him. Another Planeswalker you don't really see unless it's in the Elemental decks is Chandra, Acolyte of Flame. We run 4 of her. She comes in with 4 loyalty counters. She costs 2 red, 1 colorless. Her first ability, 0. Put a loyalty counter on each red Planeswalker you control. Each. Well, we run another red Planeswalker, but it's not very important, so we're going to go with this. Her second 0 ability, create 2 1/1 red Elemental creature tokens that they gain haste. Sacrifice them at the beginning of the next end step. So you get 2 1/1s. So you're dealing 2 damage on turn 3. Awesome. -2. You may cast target instant or sorcery card with converted mana cost of 3 or less from your graveyard. If that spell would be put into your graveyard this turn, exile it instead. So you can bring back Raise the Alarm, basically, in the main board. That is the only instant that we have. But we run 4 of her. Then we run Elite Guardmage. I called it Elite Guildmage in the Blink Agent thing. I'm sorry, it's Guardmage, my bad. He costs 4, 1 blue, 1 white, 2 colorless. He's a 2/3 flyer. For an uncommon, he does a lot of stuff. Okay, he's a 2/3 flyer, and when he enters the battlefield, you gain 3 life and draw a card. So you get card draw, life gain, a 2/3 blocker, and a flyer? Come on, not bad. We run 4 of him. Now, you can still use Charming Prince in congruency with Elite Guardmage. You get the 3 life again. It does work. But that is not what's normally gonna happen. Because this next creature is busted. This next creature, I foresee a ban in the future. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. There are decks that are learning how to deal with it. We have Winota, Joiner of Forces. She costs 4. 1 white, 1 red, 1 colorless. She is a 4/4 for 4. That alone is a great uncommon. What makes her legendary, because she would be completely and utterly destructively broken otherwise, is because, which makes her legendary and a mythic, is this. Whenever a non-human creature you control attacks, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You see where this is going? You may put a human creature card from among them onto the battlefield tapped and attacking. It gains indestructible until end of turn. Put the rest of the cards in the bottom of your library in random order. Do you see what this card is going to do? So, this is how it's worked for me in the past. Turn 2, Raise the Alarm. Turn 3, Legion Warboss. Turn 4, Winota, Joiner of Forces. On turn 4, you are swinging with 5 things. 5 things that are not human. 3 goblins, 2 soldiers. that triggers 5 times. And in those 5 times, you get to search for a human. Guess what humans you can find? You can find Charming Prince. You can find Agent of Treachery. You can find Elite Guardmage. And sometimes you can find Agent of Treachery, then find Charming Prince, and then find another Agent of Treachery. Do you see how busted this card can be? This card shuts down games almost instantly on turn 4. I've played a game where I dropped Winota on turn 4 and they just quit. I had a Raise the Alarm and a Chandra out, and they just quit. And it was game 1 of 3. I won both. It was just done. Okay? Winota wins games. This deck alone will win you enough to climb out of the lower ranks. It's gonna take you a bit because there are some janky decks in gold and platinum, but this is definitely a top tier deck that you can play. I will be putting the deck list down below. Now, it's a 3-color deck, so we've got to go over the mana. And even more importantly, we've got to go over the sideboard. The sideboard is very important. So we have 2 plains, 1 island, 2 mountains. Not bad. We have 4 Hallowed Fountains, 4 Steam Vents, 1 Temple of Epiphany. You really don't want things coming in tapped in this deck. 4 Sacred Foundries, 1 Temple of Triumph, 4 Raugrin Triomes. The reason, like I said, you don't want things coming in tapped. This is a perfect turn 1 play because we do not have any turn 1 to deal with. And it allows you to have all 3 mana. Plus it has cycling for late in the game. And then we run 3 Fabled Passages. So we have a really good fix of our mana base. And it's something that is just going to help you along. The 5 come in, or the 5 lands that come in play untapped, all of the shock lands. You want your health again is a resource in this deck. More often than not, you are going to win turn 4, turn 5. Okay? Now our sideboard. Our sideboard is very minimal. Reason why is because you're not going to be taking out much and putting in much. There are certain games that you need to put in things. I forgot someone. I'll go back and talk about him in a second. So we run 2 Redcap Melees, and those against Mono Red and Rakdos. Most of the time against Rakdos, you're not going to play him. Redcap Melees, because the only red creatures that they play are Judith and the Demon. I can't remember, the Scorch Devil. So you're not really going to play Redcap Melee. But you are going to be running 3 Aether Gusts against a mono red deck, and there's a bunch of red-green decks out there that are doing the same thing. 2 Disdainful Strokes, these are against Control. 3 Scorching Dragonfires against those wonderful, wonderful Rakdos Sacrifice decks. Anything that runs discard Croxus. And there's also basically any aggro decks. 3 Mystical Disputes, again, against Control. And Cub Wardens. Now, Cub Wardens are a little interesting. Cub Wardens, you can bring in. I haven't really brought them in much. I have brought them in before. The mutate ability is nice. They are on turn 4. So, if I have a Cub Warden in my hand, and I have Winota in my hand, and I have a Raise the Alarm that's already been played, and a Chandra on the field, on turn 4 I'm playing Winota. I'm not playing Cub Warden. Cub Warden is up against the Rakdos decks, the mono red decks, because the Cub Warden itself has lifelink. It turns it could turn a human into a cat, and it does create cat tokens, so it is a token generator in itself. We only run 2, so the chances of you getting one are not going to be great, but when you do get them, they do work. So they do work in congruency with, say, you know, with Winota by turning something into a cat. You can put your you can turn your Guardmage. You can turn your Guardmage into a 3/5 flyer with lifelink. So they do work, but it is a sideboard card, so it's going to be something that you're gonna have to make the choice on your own. I'm not going to tell you to put it in or when to put it in. I have not put them in a lot. I just know that they are useful when they do show up. So that's a sideboard. Now I forgot to mention somebody, and that's Lukka. How could I forget Lukka? Coppercoat Outcast. We run 2 of him. He costs 5 with 5 loyalty counters, 2 red, 3 colorless. I enjoyed Lukka so much that I added him to a deck that I was going to do instead of this one, but I had so much fun with this deck, and it was so powerful I thought I would show you guys what it can do. So Lukka comes in with 5 loyalty counters. His +1 is exile the top 3 cards of your library. Creature cards exiled this way gain. You may cast this card from exile as long as you control Lukka Planeswalker. As long as he's on the field, you can cast him from exile. And this does continue throughout the game, so if you lose him and you play him again, they'll show back up in that lower right-hand corner, over here, for the people watching at home, that you can play them again when he's out there. His -2 is what we're looking for. Exile target creature you control, then reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature card with a higher converted mana cost. Put that card onto the battlefield and the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. Now, there are 2 cards that we want to get rid of that will give us what we want. Or, basically, we can use Lukka to exile something to get something else. So, we have... The way that it works is we exile a soldier token, a goblin token, or an elemental token. It can grab us a Charming Prince, a Bonecrusher Giant, a Legion Warboss, a Guardmage, a Winota, or an Agent of Treachery. If you exile a Charming Prince, you can get a Bonecrusher Giant, a Legion Warboss, Guardmage, Winota, Agent of Treachery. You exile... Basically, so it's a step. You can see the steps. Exile a token, you can get any of them. Exile a 2-drop, you can get any of the ones that are bigger than the 2-drop. What you want to do is, say you have a Bonecrusher Giant out, you have... This is late game, mind you. So you have a Bonecrusher Giant out, you have a couple tokens, you can exile the Bonecrusher Giant and possibly pull a Winota, and it just comes onto the field. Also, you could also pull an Elite Guardmage. So, say you really need to get rid of something. You have an Elite Guardmage out, you have Lukka out, you can exile Elite Guardmage, Agent of Treachery will come down because it's the only creature we have in our deck that is bigger than 4, and you can take something. So there's a lot of play here with that -2. Now his -7 is okay, it's not the greatest. It would be better if it was an emblem, but it's not, it's fine. -7, each creature you control deals damage equal to its power to each opponent. If you have a lot of creatures out, sure. You have a lot of tokens out, but you don't have a Winota out and Lukka is out, yeah, -7, they all deal damage, and then you can attack! But most often than not, Lukka is going to be used for his -2 ability. Very rarely are you going to use the -1, and almost never are you going to use the -7. So, that's the only planeswalker, the only 2 planeswalkers we run are red, so Chandra can come out, boost him up as well. He can gain 2 counters and do the 7 real quick if you wanted. There's a lot of play with him, but you're mainly going to be just using that -2 ability because you want to get the creatures out, you want to get that stuff out really quickly. So, I've been talking for way too long about this deck. It's very minimalistic, but it's got a lot of working parts. This is a best of 3, so I'm hoping to show you some really good games. This deck has power, and I want to show you guys that power. So stay tuned, we're going to get into some games, we're going to have some fun, and see how things go. Alright, Joy Division. Alright, this ain't bad. One goes first, then mulligans. Boris. Mulligan twice. 3 times. 4 times. Moving on to game 2. Nope. Alright, hey. I gotta respect it. Sure, we'll say hello. I gotta respect it. If they're gonna play to, or mulligan down to 3 and keep going, I mean, if they got stuff, they got stuff. Dreadhorde Butcher is good stuff. We just want to get rid of it. We're going to take 2. It's not a big deal. Alright. So we need to start putting on pressure. And a lot of pressure, because they're going to be dealing damage to us pretty quickly. So it has to attack. See, now, if they're smart, they won't do what they're going to do with the Witch's Oath. But they're going to do it. Because that means I get to keep the Goblin. And more Goblins come out next turn, plus Chandra. They can't attack, they're just going to gain life. Can't play their creature. Like I said, I gotta give him credit for the hustle. But this also tells me that they run the devil, the one that they have to sacrifice. So they're preventing 2, they're preventing 1, because they're going to bring it back. So 1, 4. Bring it back.
I'm almost sorry that it's over.
Not bad. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And we're going to scry. Sure, for another Charming Prince, why not? This Charming Prince is going to come in with and give us some life. Didn't do their oven. It's an odd choice. They should have done that to begin with. Ah, there we go. So now they can play the cat. Well, they could have. And then I have, so I'll just take that. We're gonna gain 3 life. This is not going to work in your favor. Like, I appreciate the hustle. I feel bad that they had to mulligan down to 3. So now they're going to sack. They can't. You can only play 1 per turn. They're going to sack both of those. Oh no. Didn't work out quite how you saw it working out, did it? You can only cast 1 from your graveyard per turn. Alright, Aether Gust isn't going to be great. Scorching Dragonfires need to come in. Bring in the Cubs. I feel bad that they mulligan down to 3. I really do. Most of the time someone mulligans down to 3, they scoop and go on to the next game. To their credit, they got me down to 10. So, hey. I've went up against someone who I've done it personally. I've mulliganed down to 2 and still won. I got really, really good draws. Sure, we'll keep. They mulliganed again. So we're going to start off with Triome. Probably drop the Mountain, raise the Alarm, Steam Vents, Fabled Passage, Elite Guardmage. Hey! You only had to mulligan once. Cat and Oven. Robber of the Rich. Alright. Was not expecting Robber of the Rich. Ooh, Dreadhorde Butcher. So yeah, we're just going to drop those right now. We're going to get rid of that, and we're going to block. question is do they take the bait and go after Chandra? My guess is yes. Yeah. Another land. I am perfectly okay with them getting rid of land. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna grab our one and only blue. Gain some life. See, we have to block the Dreadhorde Butcher. That's a good grab. Oh, it makes it so much worse. Okay, this is what I was telling you. We -2. Grab him. You have to sacrifice it. Yeah, you have to sacrifice it or else it's going to come back to me. Jeez. Another one. Another one. Well, at least I'm gaining life. Land for days. We're getting land for days. Now, we already put them at a setback because I'm not as far down the totem pole as they wanted me to be. They want me to be much lower. Robber the Rich. Yeah, I'll take the 4. You're the one that's got to make the decision. See, he learned this. Well, he couldn't do it this time, but. Let me guess. Claim the firstborn. Oh, Roxa. Yep. That hurt. I've gone up against this deck before. I mean, that's interesting. I don't run artifacts, but okay. A Winota off the top would be amazing right now. Ho 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 ho! Oh! Heart of the cards! Yu-Gi-Oh, baby! We'll hold you back. So, we're going to go ahead and draw a card. No. Decline. That was a very poor showing for a Winota. Oh no. So even if they bring back Caraxa, this is... Okay. take the 2, because they have to sacrifice it, or else I get it back. Croxa! Croxa, whatever, yep, Croxa. Very intense, game 2. Take 3. You know what? No. Let me gain life. Okay. Alright. It's not how this game is played, but cool. So, first and foremost, we're gonna get that. Now, you're saying, why don't you sacrifice, why don't you try and grab? Well, because they'll just sacrifice whatever I target. But, if I get that, not gonna happen. So we swing, swing, and swing. Sure, swing. Nah. So, Agent of Treachery. We're gonna take Croxa. Nothing. And decline. And I gain life too! So they're pretty much done. Because they're not gonna, there's nothing that they can do. So, oh, even worse. So, good game. Next. Attack with everything. Decline. It's a lot of Winotas. Charming Prince. I mean, they weren't gonna be able, they weren't gonna survive anyway, but it is what it is. Jules R04. Well, Jules, you possibly may be my last game. This has been a bit of a, that last match was kind of tedious, like, so. Your opponent is choosing which player will play first. Most of the time, if you get a choice between playing first or drawing, you play first. Very rarely have I seen someone let me go first if they won the coin toss or flip or whatever. This is an amazing hand if we get a red. Alright, I'm going to be greedy. I'm going to be very greedy. Because I believe in the next 2 turns I'm going to get a red land. Unless I used my Heart of the Cards power with the Winota last game. Well, it's not going to matter. Winota's going away. Bye, Winota. Bye. Oh, and there's the red. I was still right. It was within the next the 2 turns. So they're missing their land drops, which is good for us. Bad for them. What would be great here is another Winota off the top. Oh, Othakaya, no! No, Othakaya, no! Oh, raise the alarm. Oh, can't do that. So... yeah. I forgot she cost 2 red and I only have 1. Which is fine. It's fine. It's fine. It doesn't matter. We're gonna drop her this turn anyway. Hopefully. Counter? Counter spell? You has counter spell? No Dovin's Veto? There we go! Sinister Sabotage. Like, I didn't know they had a counter spell. It's an Esper deck. Of course they have a counter spell.
So you're just a turd then, huh?
I am no mere turd. You dumb bastard. Allow me to reiterate. I am the great mighty fool, and I'm gonna throw my shit at you.
Ah. They still may have a Dovin's Veto. So we're going to see if we can get this raise the alarm. Ah, target activated ability, triggered ability, or legendary spell. So that is not this. But that is a legendary spell. So... I'm not gonna go off that way, so Goblin goes after you. We'll do that. You were not prepared for that. Tail's End. Counter target activated ability, triggered ability, or legendary spell. So it can counter a Planeswalker. Oh, that stung. Now, Elspeth Conquers Death is possibly coming down.
Listen, it's really quite simple.
So we're gonna make him use that.
You have no chance
because he does not know what I will get.
Have some more caviar! Now I'm really getting right. The magic like a niggly shitty little tonight. When I knock you out with all my bab, I'm going to take your head and ram it up my butt. Your butt? My butt. Your butt? My butt.
So let's see what we get here. Oh! That was a good pull! That was a very good pull! Even Titans. So we're gonna go ahead and let her draw a card. So 1, 2, 3. So that's 5, 6, 7, and you 1. What a drag. I agree with you. It is such a drag. That was a good hit. Sacrifice a token, get a Legion Warboss. Sacrifice a token, get a token generator. You have a way of getting rid of the Legion Warboss? Well, so what we're gonna do is now I don't want to pop that yet. Well, got that land out of the way. What have I gotten rid of? I've gotten rid of a bit. Oh, that's too bad. That hurts me. That does. I am offended by that. Atris. Oh, well, so much for that counterspell. Let's cycle. Sure. Yeesh. I want to hit the good things, and I'm not hitting the good things. You know what? No, I will take the 3. For you, I will take the 3. Because you're going to get rid of it anyway. So I'd rather keep both of my creatures than... Yeah. Took the Liliana. Oh, all of the lands. See, now the question is what is he going to do with the Liliana? And that's one way to do it. I mean, that has to attack, so...
We will meet again.
Alright. Yeah, it's not as easy getting rid of her this time. A Winota would be amazing right now. This is only game one. This is taking forever. Nope. Come on! It has to attack. It's just what it is. Well, I get to bring in the control package that you guys have been dying to see. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead. Alright. So, Mystical Disputes come in, Disdainful Strokes come in. And that's about it. He was doing okay, but not the greatest. I don't normally thin out land, but I don't know if you guys saw all of the fucking land I had drawn. Twice in a row, I scryed a land into another land. Couldn't draw Winota off the top. Just had the one. So, they're gonna bring in probably some creature destruction. I don't know if they're going to bring in more counter spells. Possibly they could. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. That Cry of the Carnarium sucked. I mean, I asked if they had a way of getting rid of the Legion Warboss. I had to open my mouth. If these were land, if these two were land, god damn it. Alright, so this is better. Keep the 6. Agent of Treachery goes to the bottom. We have that Mystical Dispute for their Teferi that they're going to drop on turn 3. Hey, look at that, it raised the alarm. I mean, we're hitting all the right notes here. You shocked it in for some reason. Okay. Nope. Get some aggro going. Teferi is not a wise move. They'll get to draw a card, but they'll end up losing out in the end. Sure. D-Spark! Alright. Well, we got another Raise the Alarm. You need to do something. Chandra, I know. I'm sorry. Do I have? I do not have a creature card in my graveyard. But not forever. That one's going to be countered. No! If they drop Liliana, they die. Are you serious? Three times. Three times. 3 times in a row I've cycled. And 3 times it has given me land. Who knew tokens would be that effective against jewels? Alright, we have 5 land. We need 2 more and we're golden. For anything we need to do. So we're going to keep this. And hope our draws are good. That is a good draw. So we're going to drop this down just like that. Not worried about Narset. But we don't want them doing it again. I don't have many draw cards, so I'm not too worried about it. Oh. Now she shows up. Come on, it's a fancy Legion Warboss. Moving around and everything. Yeah, your Mystical Disputes aren't going to work because it's red. There we go. So we're going to counter that. I do believe that's exactly the same thing that happened last time. So now we just have to worry about them wiping the board. This is white or green. You know what? That's fine. You go ahead and you kill the Legion Warboss. I am still gonna do this. Because there is something that... I mean, there was a chance I could grab something. Six. What I want them to do is tap out. But if they're not going to, that's fine too. Because they have counters in their hand. And I would rather them tap out or do whatever so I can cast these. It would make me very happy. And they want me to be happy. Jules wants me to be... Jesus. Wants me to be happy. Because I'm dealing damage 4 at a time. He's got... If he can't do anything, he's got 3 turns. Oh, please. So this is a trick, but it will give me their Teferi. I'll lose that, they'll gain 3 life. Oh! I know, you really want to kill that Teferi. There we go. And they're still gonna lose it. I wish they would have had a Scryland down there. Would have been much. It would have been much. You know, the castle. I would have been much happier. I mean, there was no point in playing her. Well, there's 6. I want to see how they deal with this stuff first. So they got something on the end of my turn. Or at the beginning of my turn, I should say. Four times!
Might be a bad idea.
My prowess is unmatched with thoughtfulness before action.
I don't even know if I can actually use this or not. I've filtered all of my land. Okay, that's the last one. I don't get to draw the extra card, but it's life and creatures. A creature. You are one turn too fucking late.
Rise and shine. Pyromancer extraordinaire. Remember this one?
May get to see that Liliana. If I'm able, oh, please, 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 please. I swear to God, I think I just pulled this out of my ass. Like, they get that. But they only get one land. No counterspell. Ha! I'll let her gain. I'll let her gain life, or them gain life. I don't know if it's a her. Agent of Treachery, baby! Holy crap! Had no idea that I was gonna pull that one off. What? Oh! Okay. Winota, horrible showing in this entire match. Horrible showing. They had a counter for her every single time, something to break her. Agent of Treachery, apparently. And, Liliana. I got to pop her final ability, and it wasn't even my Planeswalker. Wow. God damn. Whew. That was actually something. I still cannot believe that worked. I can't believe that Agent of Treachery pulled that out of... Man, Agent of Treachery... for the win. That game was intense. I enjoyed it thoroughly. I hope you guys did. That was amazing. being able to pop Lily's ulti was awesome. It normally never happens. That was great. I don't think they understood what Lily's ulti really did. I think they thought they were still going to have land. I don't think they understood that not only were they not going to have land, they weren't going to have anything. She wipes the entire board except for one thing on each of their permanents. So they still had a Planeswalker, a useless one. They still had an enchantment that did gain them life, and they did have a creature that blocked. But unfortunately, wow. So, whew. On that note, that is all the time I have for this episode of Magic the Gathering Arena. I hope you guys enjoyed the games. I know I did. This deck, I'm going to put the deck list down below. It really is powerful when things start working. You guys did get I don't know if I showcased the power of Winota enough, but I think you guys if you play this, will like it. It's fun, it's very powerful, and it's very quick when it can be. That was a slog. I'm not used to that. I'm pretty sure they thought that they were going to win, and they were probably dead set on why haven't I conceded yet. So, what can I say, guys? If you like what I do here, if you like the content I make, go ahead and hit like, share, and subscribe. I love making MTG content. I hope you guys enjoy watching me make MTG content. And I will be here, and I will come back next time with another new deck, another Jeskai deck, unfortunately, but it's more of a control-y style thing. So if you guys are looking forward to that, that's awesome. All of this stuff is going to be linked down below. Deck list, links, all of that. And with all that being said, my name is Matt, this has been CyberDemon Gaming, and I hope to see you in the next video.